All right. So as I logged in here, I'm using new streaming software, which is restream.io. And I was waiting to get the notification from Facebook that I'm live, and I'm experimenting with this, and I'm working on the quality of the stream as far as being able to stream in 1080p 30 frames a second. So that is one of the things I'm experimenting on, and I figured I'd go live. And while I'm on here testing these things, if you have any questions that you would like to submit, I'd be willing to help you when it comes to podcast, live streaming, recording, audio, computers, interfaces, microphones. So let me know if you have any questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my Supplemental Seminary page. And if you have any questions, be sure to put those in the chat and we'll talk about them, or any problems you may be having. You're having problems with your sound system, your camera. You'd like for me to make some recommendations. I'd be happy to do that. For some equipment, whether it be budget, you say I'm limited. There are some ways that some things that we can talk about there. All right, let me go to this. I'm having a hard time finding it. There I am. And I want to go down. Actually, I'll show you on the screen here. Let me move myself to the other side. Okay, thank you, Brother Guy Hilton. He says, I'm on Facebook. Everything looks and sounds good. So what I want to show you is if I go to the screen like that, put myself on the screen, then what you want to do is go over to this little cog. And here's where the difference is going to be. You click on the cog, and it says that the quality says 480. Okay. So I'm going to click on that. And well, actually it says there that like the highest, I guess the highest for Facebook is 720. So that's the highest quality to view this video. Now over on YouTube, what I want to make sure of is, as I'm looking at my live, I have to go to videos, and let's see if I can find my own. There I am. All right, on this one, let me click on it. And I think I can pause it. And I want to click on this cog down here, the little gear, and it says quality. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We want 1080p HD. All right, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, great. So that's going to make sure I get the best quality of the stream. and I just switched live streaming softwares. I'm experimenting with Restream. And one of the reasons that I am is for this one capability right here. Because a lot of people that watch our live streams from our church, they watch them on the TV. They stream it from their phone and from YouTube, and then they shoot it up on the screen right there in their homes. Okay. And so here you can see at this cog, if I go down here, I have the ability to enhance the quality to 1080p HD. All right. That's something we didn't have before with StreamYard without paying a lot of money and really upgrading that. But for the price and the 30% off that I got through a code, I was able to upgrade. And for this one button right here that puts it in high quality, because that's the quality that I'm streaming at right now, 1080p at 30 frames a second. I can see as I go over to my Supplemental Seminary page, however, that the highest quality that it will allow me to stream in is 720p. And I believe that's just the highest quality that you can stream in when it comes to Facebook. All right. So that's a limitation. So you definitely want to go over, and if you haven't already, I would appreciate a couple things. Is go over to my YouTube channel, which I'm streaming from right now, which is Supplemental Seminary. I have 181 subscribers at the moment, and you can see my statistics here. I've really picked up my gaining views, especially along here. It has really increased. That on December 31st, I gained 779 views. Of course, that went down yesterday and is picking back up today. But you want to go over and be sure to subscribe. All right. And I'm going to look at this the way you would see it. You want to make sure you subscribe to my channel. Actually, that's not the right button. For future related content. All right, so you go to the channel. All right, I'm trying to view this. There's a way you can view it to where it's what you see. And I'm trying to think how to do that. It was like different views. But anyway, be sure to subscribe. You'll see that red button. Of course, it'll be more down here. Subscribe, and then when you like the video, if you're finding value out of it, then you always want to, if someone helps you on YouTube, you want to go down and hit the like button. All right, because I can even like it myself. Yeah, thank you. I seen another like. Thank you for that. And then if you comment, that also is a help to me. Okay, so you can comment right now. Be sure if you're watching, if you shoot this up on the screen, to let me know the quality of the picture when you have went over to YouTube and went to the cog and increased the quality of that to 1080p, all right, and HD. That's what you want. You want that high quality, the highest quality you can possibly get out of YouTube. Because when you take a image, when you take a camera like I have now, which I'm shooting at 1080p, 30 frames a second, and then you process it through YouTube and they reduce it down to 720, I'm losing the quality. But then if you take it, and you place it, the camera is shooting at 1080p, 30 frames a second, and you're streaming at 1080p, 30 frames a second, and then those who are watching on YouTube will be able to increase the quality of the live stream, okay? So that may not seem like a big thing, but it really is. People are used to seeing and hearing things a certain way. So when we diminish the quality of something, it is very noticeable to them, okay? So let me show you inside of, let me show you my screen again, and I'm going to bring over this live studio that is found within Restream, and I've integrated your chat so I can see your chat here. I can also add the captions, like taking your questions. All right, I can take that off the screen or add it back. And then I've got these graphics that I was fooling with earlier. I can put my logo up here. I'm going to leave that off for now. And also it gives me the ability, if I go into the settings, I choose Blackmagic Design, and then I hit full definition. You know, before, when I done a church one just a minute ago, I was shooting at 720p. Of course, you won't want to go down to 480. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. But I want to increase that to 1080p, 30 frames a second. And then if I go to advanced settings, it says down here, which I've already chosen it, I can't change it now, full high definition 1080p at 30 frames a second. Of course, it gives me a warning that, you know, LinkedIn and Periscope are downgrading their stream quality. But for right now, I want to stream in the highest quality possible, and because that does matter. All right, you don't want a grainy shot. You don't want a shot that is hard. It's hard for the person to see and so forth. So again, this gives me the ability to go in, and I'm really pleased with the picture on YouTube now, because it does give me the ability, and it shows down there that I can stream in HD. That sounds crazy, but that is a major accomplishment. Okay. So if you have any questions, and be sure to share this, I'm going to go on and share it as well. I've shared it, I believe. Well, I haven't shared it on my page yet. Let me do that. I don't think. Try to bring some people in here. Let me share that. All right. So that's shared on my timeline. And I can also go in and go into, let's See, I'd go into my church page. Well, actually, what I'd want to do is go into the Supplemental Seminary page, which I need to back up. I got too many pages I keep up with. And then I can share it to some other locations within Facebook. Let me choose myself, and then I'm getting a call. I'll have to take that later. All right, and then I go to share, and I can go to share to a page. All right, that share, and then more options. Oh, here we go. Share to a page. Let me bring in the fellowship, and let me put taking your questions, ... ellipsis, as they call it. I'm going to share it there. Okay, this is kind of a workaround too, is there's a couple places. Now, if you have any questions about technology or church technology, be sure to chime in. I'm available. I'm quarantined with COVID, so I have nothing but time on my hands. So if you need some help or you have any questions, now's the time. Because in the future, I'm not going to have the time that I have right now. Share, more options. I'm going to share it to another page. And let's see at that. This time I'm going to share it to the college page. I'm going to take that a little bit. Taking your, I better put technology questions, which I could take some theology questions just to try to bring some people in. Okay. So I'm going to take it and share it there. I see some more people logging in now. So just be sure wherever you're watching from, if you put it in the chat, I'm pretty sure I can see it. Hopefully it'll integrate in here. Now, if you're in a private group, such as the Supplemental Seminary, let's see, the Supplemental Seminary support page, wow, it's a mouthful, then it won't tell me your name on there because of privacy issues, but you can share your name if you like. So if you're watching on the Supplemental Seminary support page, which is this page, and you comment, let's see, even if I comment, let's see if I can see that. Yep, it'll come in, see? So if you comment there, I will see your chat, and let me test some other places. If you have any questions, now's the time. Like I said, I'm quarantined. And here in a minute, I may go to building a YouTube page for a friend of mine, and I could walk you through that and show you. For example, I could show you a little bit of my YouTube page and how I've grown that. This is important, this banner, which I designed in Canva. I need to change my little profile picture, but let me show you some of my statistics I think are pretty awesome here lately, which I do need to upload some videos. If I go to the dashboard, you can see some of the numbers. I have gained 42 subscribers in the last 28 days. My views are up 125%. And my watch time is up 148% as well. I just put an audio, which there's a video podcast that I use here, and I'm kind of surprised that it's got 6 views and it's got a good click-through rate as well for some reason. Okay. I have the video version, but the audio version's doing better. Go figure, right? Let me show you some of my content and some of my views. This particular, when I do my podcast, for whatever reason, YouTube will promote it. So this thing's got I published it on Sunday, which is December the 27th. It has 948 views. Let me go into my analytics, and you will see that the majority of this is coming through suggested videos, 77%. Browsing features, which people are searching for that term. And they have, I've gained 18 hours of watch time, and I've gained a subscriber from that one podcast. And they do this new thing now where key moments and audience retention. If you look at reach, it shows this thing, YouTube's promoted it. And then out of that, I've got, well, that's not the best, but 312, but it gave me 8 hours of watch time. Now let me show you another video that's doing very well on my channel. This one's doing pretty well, 123 views. That don't seem like a whole lot. This one's got 1,400 views. Let's look at that one. I knew this one do well because that was look at these numbers right here. 131 views in the last 48 hours. It's had 2 views in the last 60 minutes, but in the last 48 hours, 131 views. Browse features means that people are searching for that term. YouTube search means people are searching YouTube specifically and then suggested videos. So this one is up. Very good. And then they have showed this new one, which is very helpful, showing how many people stuck with you after the 30-second introduction. All right. Let me know if you would be interested in starting a YouTube channel. Let me show you another video that's doing well. We see like we have these podcasts, these video podcasts. This one has 418 views. It was published on November 29th. But most of that, see, nothing else. YouTube has promoted it, but it hadn't really picked it up. See, it's had like 15,000 impressions, but the click-through rate is low. All right, because it is a video podcast. Let me show you my best video that is performing well, and that's this one. It has 4,000 views. It just crossed 4,000 views today. 4,000 views. So let's look at this. Is my review of the Rode Procaster. All right, and you see that it has it's had 133 views in the last 48 hours. Browse features, and then YouTube search is 40%. Suggested videos, it's being suggested. So it's gotten 4,000 views. Let's look at some other analytics. It's getting the impressions, and click-through rate is good, 8.1. That's good. I think what I understand is you want about a 10% click-through rate. The impression is when they show the thumbnail, and then how many people click it based on the thumbnail, how many views you get from that, and how long they watched, and then it calculates, watch time. So if you haven't already, be sure to go to my channel and subscribe to my channel for future related content. Okay, if you're interested in that type of thing. If not, if you see a certain video that you like, then be sure to give it a like. All right. So that is my best performing video right now at this point, because people are looking for an overview of the Rode Procaster. Some of my other videos haven't done as well because I've learned more about YouTube and search analytics. Oh, I see Anthony Aiken's here. I want to tell you, Anthony, that I watched your Aiken Adventures and I really like that. I thought, wow, they're getting into YouTube, and you got the music. That's good high quality video. And I watched nearly all of it. I got sidetracked, but I did enjoy that, especially when he was up this area. So when it comes to analytics, I'm going to tell you one of the best ways that I've been successful. Yeah, it's been fun, hasn't it? Yeah, that's good. And see, too, I was going to ask you another question while you're on here, Anthony, is right now I'm streaming with Restream.io, and I know you stream with Restream, but I was curious. I've been meaning to reach out to you. Do you use the free version, or have y'all upgraded, or how many locations do y'all stream to? I'm curious about that. So, like I said, if you have any questions, now there is a plugin that everybody should have, and Anthony, I'm sure you've heard of it. If you haven't, I will put the link in the chat. Is you want to, and it would help me and help you too, is let me borrow that link real quick. I need to go to details. And you want to use TubeBuddy. Okay, now I know you're doing a blog situation. Actually, I'm going to put a couple things in the chat right now to encourage people. Let me copy and paste. Okay, that is to subscribe to my channel. And then you want to download TubeBuddy, and you can do it for free. And I can show you. Oh, vidIQ. Yeah, vidIQ is good as well. And then you got TubeBuddy. That's how I've been able to be successful on these videos, is finding searchable topics. Yours would be like travel topics, where you're talking about, certain locations. I know you put one on there. I hadn't watched it yet, but things you can do in a certain area. That would be a searchable topic that could be done. And you could, like what I like about TubeBuddy, I actually need to move myself on the screen. Let me move myself right there. So if you see, if I go up to TubeBuddy and then I go to Keywords Explorer, then I can put in these keywords, and it'll grade it, okay, to see if it'd be successful searchable terms. Like for example, right now, let's see about Restream, which I know that's a broad topic. It's going to be low. Yep. So then you have to, well, here's one that would be like a versus Restream versus StreamYard. It also weigh it against my channel, which is not good. Let's try this one. And what I do is I'll sit here and find one until I get see, that's a pretty good, let's just weigh it against my channel. Yeah, it's a little better. Poor search volume, but a lot of room to grow on YouTube. So what needs to happen is, if you put in something like you just keep having to search for the right topic. So if you have when you're on YouTube, you want, like you said, our SEO is location based. It works well for us because Florida attracts millions of tourists every year. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so the SEO is going to be like your searchable topic. So I would just go in here and search until I got a good grade. Yeah, see, that's a good one right there. Restream Review 2020, which that'd be in hindsight. I wonder if you put 2021, if that helps. Watch it go down. Watch it go down. So that'd be like in hindsight 2020. And let's see, how to live stream. So no, that's poor. How to live stream on your phone. You just got to keep going through these. I'll sit here and study it, because if you get one that's not good like that, it's not going to go far. People are not going to be able to find it. Is what I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but it's things people are not interested in. So does anybody have any questions? Yes, I'm available. If you have any questions about, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Don't say 2020. That's 2020 is hindsight. All right. Literally. Okay. Yeah, hindsight. All right. So I'll put myself back on the screen here. If you have any questions related to Facebook, YouTube, I appreciate that, Anthony. But I'm learning a lot from you. I watched your service Wednesday night, and I can't tell you who it is, but I know he's he's helps you. He's got the beard, And I like to scroll through and watch different YouTube videos like the one you have, or the way your church does it. And I noticed you're using, like Restream, and then I'll go research that. And especially on Sunday night, right now we don't have a Sunday night service, so I'll scroll through and look how other people are doing it and kind of learn from them. And so there's many ways that you can do all this. Yeah, Brother Hayden. Yeah. Yeah, that's one awesome beard that guy has. I'll tell you that. I couldn't stand that much of a beard, but yeah. So if you have, like I said, any technology questions, I've got into just about anything you think of. YouTube channel, making thumbnails for YouTube, podcast. I do a weekly podcast. I'm not as faithful to it as I should be. Microphones, audio is my favorite subject. Or, in your church, if you're having problems, we've done live stream setups. We have done with different cameras. I've got a camera here is, a camcorder that somebody could use. All right. That would be an option. Okay. So you've got a lot of options. You could get 2 or 3 of these and a little ATEM mini switcher, and you would have a pretty full production that you could do well on. And what's so neat about YouTube, let me give you something to think about, is let me show you my channel again. And this is really a tremendous thought when you think about it, is let me go back to the dashboard. Now I want you to look right here. I have 181 subscribers. Okay. That don't seem like a whole lot, does it? 181 subscribers. When I started like everybody else, I started from 0, and I worked on a little bit, and I got a lot of videos that when I first started out, I was trying to find my way and learning and so forth. And, and so you think 181 subscribers don't seem like a whole lot, but think about that as a church. Imagine having 181 church members. And so that's the way we got to think about it. There is an avenue and a way that, despise not the day of small things. When you have a small, relatively small subscribership, but you build upon it, and there's other people that can be brought in and that you can influence and have a group of people. I know we had Tim Butler on here. He got me into YouTube because he has a channel, World Without Rule of Law. And let me bring that up and give him a little shout out here. So you can go over and subscribe to his channel, which is World Without Rule of Law. Go to his channel, and he got me into YouTube because I thought, wow, look, he's got, what is it, about 20, that'd be what, 2,600, 2,600 subscribers. And so on his channel, he's got these videos that have done very well, these stories, and especially if you go way back, Tim, you got some that have like thousands of views. Let's see. I know when you first started out way back here that you had a bunch of, like this one's got, 1,000 views. This has 1,000 views. I know you've had more way back there that had tons of views. So he got me into it. 1,000 views, 1,000 views. But I believe even further back there for your stories when they first come out, like it's at 2,000 views. So you get the idea of having, picking up subscribers and so forth through searchable content. Anthony says it grows more exponentially over time, snowball effect. And I'm starting to experience some of that now, is some of the snowball. It says we picked up almost 100 subscribers in the last week, but it's because we have more content available and more discoverable in search. That's right. That's great. It says here, we got some with over 4,000 views. Thanks for the plug, Pastor. Okay, that's Tim. See, you're on the channel. If you're watching on the Supplemental Seminary support page, because it's a private group, it won't tell me your name, but I can kind of figure it out. That's great, Anthony, that you have those subscribers and to kind of find your tribe, so to speak, people that are interested. The worst thing you want is somebody to subscribe to your channel that's not going to watch your videos. It'll hurt you. So you definitely want people that are going to watch the videos. And it's a small percentage of those who will really, actually watch the videos. That's the reason, like right now, before I do a video, I will search it and find a topic that people are really interested in. And so it's a searchable thing. So you're always bringing new people in, and through those new people, they'll reach other people and so forth and like that. And it may be good in the future that some of us collaborate and bring over some viewers, like maybe have you on my YouTube channel and vice versa. Because that's how I've discovered one of my favorite YouTubers is Curtis Judd that does audio. And I found him through a collaboration almost by accident. Okay. So you can see, things are growing. And really, in the last, like I said, the 28 days, I've seen some growth, which has been 42 subscribers. And then as far as monetization, I'm on my way there. I have 181 subscribers. You got to have 1,000 subscribers now and 4,000 watch hours, which right now I have 820. So I'm on my way. And like I said, it'll get easier as time goes on and you start getting some traction on that. All right, so let me look at the chat again. And if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. All right. So I see, I believe I got Guy on here. I got Anthony. I've got Tim. I believe Raymond's on here because I seen somebody shout out to him. All right. So if you have any type of questions, like for example, here it says slow, steady growth is the best for sustainability. That's probably that might be coming from Tim. Yeah. I would say so. So you want a slow, steady growth. Oh, I see here, Anthony, you say we're aiming for monetization primarily for the tax benefit. Okay. Yeah, monetization. Tax benefit. You'll have to fill me in on that. We're aiming. And here's the thing too. Oh, I see. Yeah, since we're doing traveling, we can write off our travel. Okay, I got you. There you go. Gotcha. I'll tell you something else too that is you have to think about when you got a YouTube channel is you say, we only got 181 subscribers, but that's not based upon the money that you can make off of YouTube. In fact, let me show you something right now, Anthony, that if you're not doing already, you want to, and I'll show you behind the scenes of my Amazon Associates. And you want to sign up for Amazon Associates because in the description, I'll show you my numbers. I'm not ashamed of them. So you can see this is Amazon. I'm an Amazon associate. So like when I make a video, I will plug. Let me show you that. I'll go in to let me go into a video and let me find one. Like for example, this one. And you look in the description. Let me go to details. In the description, now these are good too to add chapter markers. I found they really help too. These chapter markers. All right, but down here you can see my YouTube setup, and I'm recommending the equipment that mentioned in the video. Of course, right here is a cable, and then the ProZor that I mentioned. But then down here I got my YouTube setup, and I always watch. I even look myself in the description to see, what camera are they using. So I got all this equipment that I'm using right here. And I have all these affiliate links, which you need to add a little disclaimer, such as what I have here. And then the ones that are like Amazon, be sure to put, it's from Amazon, like that. Let me, so you can see it. All right, so to get started on Amazon Associates, it's not as hard as you think. You do need to go in there and show them that you are interested in making some money on there. Yeah, well, Anthony, really you can, so we don't do affiliate marketing yet, but I want to. It's hard for me to highlight Amazon products. Well, I see what you're saying with the travel, but I would also encourage you just to put down, hey, what equipment are you using? In fact, I looked the other day to see if you have that down there, just out of curiosity myself, because I always look. So if you're using like right now I'm using a DSLR, a mirrorless camera, or if it's a microphone that you're using, you can put that down in there. And let me show you what I've done to Amazon Associates this year. Like here's the month of December, which for the month of December, I've made $27.80 in affiliate marketing. You say that's not much, but hey, a 20 spot goes a long way where I'm coming from, just by putting a link in the description below. If I do a certain review or just make a video, even if I'm talking about, other subjects, I can still make money off of that. As you can see here, I've made $28.80 this month. And let me go back and show you overall what I've made this past year. You might scoff at it, but I'm not scoffing at a few bucks. All right, for the entire year, okay, from January to December. Now you got to realize I'm just okay. I'm not a big YouTuber yet, but I have. But look, let me bring up my little marker here so you can see what I'm doing. There it is. I want you to see this. I've made $125.73 in affiliate marketing this year from my YouTube page. You say, well, that's not much at all. Well, I'm telling you what, $100 is $100, friend. Look right here. In April, I made, of course, now listen, this is the way it works for me. As soon as I got accepted into the affiliate marketing program, they slashed the percentages on what you can make. Okay. Significantly. So you can see here that in April, I made $18.47. In May, I made $7.51. Okay. But you got to see that we're not thinking about in the future as I get more views and more people click, see, and I build momentum. Look right here in July, I sold $41.98 worth of materials. $20 in August, of course, September. This is when I was moving, October, wasn't doing a whole lot. Well, I made 90 cents. I made 32 cents doing nothing. Once you put the work up front, it's what we call, what do we call it? Passive income. And this month I made $27.80. Okay. In commissions. So you can see the stuff I've sold. If you go down to commissions and you look at all the items, like right here, I sold $1,000 worth from Amazon, $923.76 in items ordered. Let's see what they bought. We got to be careful here too. Even they brought the Prozor that I recommended. And when they were in there, they bought a cable. They bought this cable for whatever reason, which was $14. They bought the Prozor, which I suggested and recommended. They bought, what is this? They bought a shock mount. That was $12. And they bought this. I don't even know what that is. That cost $649, folks. $649. I don't even know what that is. That's a SDI. And see, even though I didn't recommend that, Anthony, the fact they bought it while the cookies were following them, it counted towards my commissions. Does that make sense? So if you click on one of my affiliate links and you go into Amazon, even if you don't buy the product I recommended, in the next 24 to 48 hours, if you buy anything from Amazon, I get credit for it. Okay. I remember the first sale I made on Amazon, somebody bought something, a microphone I recommended, but they also went in and bought some gardening shears, and I got credit for that. So I would encourage you to go in the Amazon Associates program, Anthony, even though you don't think, but things that you might buy on your trip, things that, like I said, if you just put the camera in there, you say right now you're using a selfie stick. Yeah, that's right. It's money. Now I don't know how it'll work out on my taxes. It's $100 a year, but you got to start out small. And then, let's say if you upgrade now, you're probably using your phone, but if you get a DSLR camera or something, you definitely want to put in there about the camera, and you say, well, they might not want the camera for what the like vlogging type situation, but they may go in and they may want to, they may buy some other items while they're in there. If you just put one thing in there, you could put in there the software you're using. And what kind of software are you using, Anthony, to edit, because I know you got some edits in there. Are you using like Adobe, using Premiere Pro, or using um, maybe, which my favorite is on the Mac, is Final Cut. Okay, but the thing about Final Cut is a Mac and Final Cut, cost you. It'll really cost you. So see, you can, yeah, it says, and see, that's another benefit. You can still write off your taxes, all the equipment you purchased for your channel. And like I was saying before, okay, iMovie, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that. iMovie. Yeah, I'm super ghetto. No, not at all. Not at all. There's a lot of people that made some great things out of. Now, what I use is I use Premiere Pro, but of course, the subscription. But see, I also use Adobe Audition. Okay, I do a lot with audio, and this is what I've done earlier, which is a a phone tree message I dressed up. Okay, and then I also use Premiere Pro. Like here is going in and which I shot this all in one section. Excuse me. And then I can export this to, edit the clip in Adobe Audition. So Premiere Pro can be very difficult to figure out, but I have worked on it, and I do have these effects now I could add, like that I integrated in here. These I wish it didn't have all these others in here. Like some of these came with it. They're not much good. Like this little transition thing. Let me go to the end of this and I can add it in. This is like a little transition. Well, a motion graphic, they call it. A MOGRT is really what they call it. Motion graphic template, a MOGRT. Yeah, the audio, Anthony, is a difficult part, but in your situation, there are, let's see, if you're using probably your phone, you could get some lavalier microphones or a little field recorder, and then in post sync it together. Okay, that'd be a way you could up because the quality on any iPhone or any device is going to be garbage, basically. So you want to get, and I have something too you might be interested in, is the Rode Wireless Go. Excuse me. And those get kind of expensive though, but they're a wireless, solution. I have a set of those. And another thing you could probably get is like a shotgun microphone that goes on your iPhone. That would be a thought. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you say you plan to get the Shure. Let's see, the Shure NV88. It's a shotgun microphone. Yeah, that would be good. And in fact, let me look that up. But let me show you this little graphic thing real quick. If it'll play, I got a lot going on. I might overload my CPU. Let's see, it's a little, graphic that I could add. So let me stop that. And let's go over here, Amazon. And see, when you get Amazon affiliates, you get this little thing at the top, and you would choose text, and you would copy and paste this URL, which is a tracking ID right here, and you would place that in the description. Okay. To make, like I said, make money. All right. So let's look. I think I know what mic you're talking about. Is that the new one that just come out? The Shure MV88. I think that's the new mic. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about here. Yes. Yeah, there you go. It goes in your lighting port, and it's, shotgun microphone. Let's see. I wonder what kind of pattern it has. Is it shotgun or is it cardioid? It looks like you can adjust that. Yeah, that'd be a good choice. But I'm wondering about I'm gonna scroll down here and look at the polar pattern. which it probably has like, it looks like you can adjust that, which is good. Like you got these, it might have like a cardioid pattern. Yeah, if it has really good reviews, you would want, you'd probably in your situation, you wouldn't want a shotgun microphone. Yes. Yeah, I'm just too cheap to buy it yet. Yeah, because I don't know. Some of the reviews I think I seen on this one, it didn't have as good. Now, one guy I really trust for audio and microphones on YouTube is a guy called Podcastage. Now, sometimes he's a little, but he knows his stuff about microphones. I think he did review this one, and I don't think he gave it such a good review. But I'm trying to think in your situation when you have an iPhone and you want to pick up you and your wife's voice. If you get a shotgun microphone, it's only going to pick up, who it's pointed at. But if it's a cardioid microphone, and this one, I'm trying to see if it's it's a condenser. That's what you want. Okay, that's what we want. You want a condenser microphone. A condenser microphone is a condenser microphone picks up you have to find out what right here it tells you the polar pattern is a multi-pattern. So it looks like you can change it. So like right now I'm using a cardioid microphone, and it's a condenser microphone. It has a cardioid pickup pattern. And so it's picking up, right here, like a heart shape in front of the microphone. So it's picking up in the front and then to the side of the microphone on both sides. That's a cardioid pickup pattern. All right. But I think on that one, you can change the polar pattern of it. So you'd want to be able to pick up for you and your wife and your daughter or anyone around the phone. You'd want a cardioid microphone. If someone was doing like a setting like I am right now and they didn't want the microphone in the shot, they'd want a shotgun microphone, but it's only going to pick up, right here at me. So, USS has really good reviews. Like I said, I'm just too cheap to buy it. Yeah. Well, maybe you get that government money, you can get you a microphone. He said, what was his application? Run that by me again. I didn't quite catch that. I can't remember what I was referring to. Oh yeah, podcasters wouldn't like this mic. So if you like a recommendation on a microphone, I'm your man. I love microphones. There's a lot of cheap ones out there. There's, you don't have to spend a whole lot. And, it depends on your situation. Somebody says, what's the best microphone? Well, it just depends. Do you want the microphone in the shot? Do you want it out of the shot? And then a lot what determines what we get is our budgets. Now, you say, I don't have money in the budget. Well, you got a budget. It just might not be a good one. But you don't have to spend a whole lot. You might want a lavalier microphone, like let's say a microphone that attaches to you. Usually most preachers use, which has a cardioid, a cardioid pickup. No, it has an omnidirectional pickup pattern, which is not the best. It's not the best. Omnidirectional means, 360 degrees, but then your body is, 180 degrees is going to be blocked because your body's going to block that. So you're only picking up what's in front. So even though it's omnidirectional, the problem with that is it's going to pick up a lot of ambient noise from the room, a lot of echo reverb. Most people don't notice that. You'll notice it if you ever take it over and put on a pair of headphones. And yeah, government money. Yeah, government money. So you got the omnidirectional lapel mics. Okay. Right now, I'm using a condenser microphone, which I'm in a controlled environment. I do have a heater running in the background. You may be able to hear that if I get quiet enough. Like a hum. But then again, I have a noise gate on to reduce that. And then you would want another one I have, excuse me. is, and I love Rode products. This is my favorite dynamic microphone, which is the Rode. This would be a podcaster mic. It's a dynamic. It is wait a minute. Broadcast dynamic microphone. This is about a $228 microphone. And it's, the tube broadcast. So when you speak into it, it loses some of the air on the sides, rejects side noise. So a condenser microphone is only going to pick up what is directly in front of it. Yet they're passive and are going to require a lot of gain. All right. So, and this one has a built-in pop filter to reduce plosives. I don't want to loosen the whole thing up. This is in a shock mount. Yeah, take that around blogging. Vlogging, I mean. Yes, it has an internal pop filter, but it's still not sufficient enough. And that's a dynamic microphone that has those components in it that you can see there. A handheld microphone in your church is going to be a dynamic microphone. So get that back in there, put the grill back on it. This has a lot of substantial weight to it. It's probably the cheapest, most quality dynamic microphone you're going to find on the market. And then this little foam thing right here costs $20. $20. So that reduces plosives. All right, then you got the shock mount kit, and it goes on this boom arm. However, right now for this live stream, I'm using one of my other favorite microphones, which is a condenser microphone, which is, excuse me, I'll take this off, this foam filter. And this microphone is one of my favorites. It is the Tech Zone Audio Stellar X2 Vintage. It has a cardioid pickup pattern, which you can probably see that. Let me show you what that looks like. That's the upside down heart. Cardioid, meaning it's going to pick up around the sides and the front. You can see as I pull away from it, you lose my voice, and then I come back closer. I can speak into the side of the microphone. It'll pick me up, but it will not pick me up if I turn it around. But I love this microphone. It's a neat little capsule. It's so small. I mean, it's fit in the palm of your hand. And actually, this is okay, but it actually looks cooler with this little grill on it because it has a one inch diameter, because it is what we call a large diaphragm condenser microphone. All right, large diaphragm condenser microphone. Remember that's going to be on the test now. Large diaphragm condenser microphone. So I'm going to leave that off for a while just because it looks cooler. All right. The other microphones, like I said, shotgun microphones. If you upgrade in the future and you have a DSLR camera, you can get a shotgun microphone that would go on the top of the camera. Of course, you're talking about getting a lot of money. But I would suggest if you do look in the future, Anthony, you could get I would look to get a refurbished camera, a DSLR, get one that's been sent back to Canon. I have a Panasonic Lumix that I'm using right now, but I miss my Canon, and I upgraded, but because the autofocus feature is better. There's a lot of them out there, but if you get one, get a refurbished one, and then you could get the shotgun microphone on it, and it would enhance. You don't want to use the internal camera audio. In fact, if you did, I could show you. Let me let you listen to what that sounds like. Okay, I'm gonna take myself off this mic, and I'm gonna pick up from that camera and show you how bad the audio is. You ready? Give me just a second. Let me turn this off and turn the other one on. Ooh, that's a lot of noise. Wow. So that's the internal camera audio. Terrible. Turn it off. Okay, so now I'm back on. Notice the difference in that. So you definitely, no matter what you do, is get a external microphone for any of your situations. But like you said, when you're vlogging, that's a different situation altogether. Okay. All right. So if anybody has any questions or anything you'd like to discuss, now's the time. like I said, I'm just hanging out here. I'm quarantined, and I'm testing out Restream.io. And I think there might be a way. Ooh, I don't leave the page. But you can add all these lower thirds, they call them. This is in the bottom of the screen. You see that is what they call a lower third. And so you have the ability to add those, and then different graphics. I can share my screen. And like I said, I'm using, as you see on the screen now, Restream. And I'm giving it a test drive because you have 7 days to try it out, and then you can return it and get your money back if you don't like it. And this is allowing me to, let me again show you on the screen and bring this over here. It allows me the ability to stream to multiple locations. So right now I am streaming to 3 locations. I'm streaming 2 locations on Facebook, which is the Supplemental Seminary page. And then I have the Supplemental Seminary support page, which is a private group page that I created. And then I'm streaming on YouTube. Now, here's another thing I want to show y'all. By streaming with StreamYard, and I just canceled that subscription today to go over to Restream. But if I go to YouTube and I go over here to where I'm live right now, I want to show you something, make sure my audio is down so you don't hear that, is the ability when I go on and click on the, okay, here I am. I'm seeing myself within a screen. It confused me there for a minute. So if you go down and you're watching on YouTube right now, you want to go down to this little cog. And here, this is major here. This is major. If I click on the cog, then you can watch, like a lot of times on your phone, you're watching YouTube videos and they're at low quality. You know, if you're down here like 480p or even 720p, which is what Facebook limits you to. But on YouTube, we have a lot of people in our church that are streaming YouTube to their smart TV. Now, Facebook is getting now where they're doing that as well. And so I can go up to the quality of 1080p. Before with StreamYard, we couldn't do that unless we really amped up our, what do you call it, subscription. So you can see here we're at 1080p, which is a major a major difference. Okay. All right. So if you got any questions on cameras, audio, microphones, processing your voice, whether it be in real time or post-production, software, you're thinking about, edits, we can talk about that. And one of the things I should do is probably go back to the main camera and get all that echo effect off of there. All right. So like I said, I'm here for you, and I'm just showing you a few things around as I'm waiting for questions to come in. I'm quarantined to my office, my study at the church because I have COVID, and I'm feeling much better today. Thank you for asking. Feeling much, much better. And I just wanted to come over here and do a live stream and see if there's any questions that I could answer. I want to encourage you in your churches to start a Facebook page for your church, or if you're an individual, and you have a voice and there's something that you like to share, could help people, start a Facebook group, start a Facebook page and invite people in there. And then for churches, be sure that you reach out to your people and constantly remind them that they need to like the page so that they are alerted every time you go live, unless, they're just annoyed by you and they don't want that alert. They could do that as well. But also on Facebook and YouTube, you want to be sure to encourage your people to subscribe to the channel, to like the videos, to comment, because when people comment and when people give the emojis and so forth, Okay. Oh, you're referring to Amazon Associates. You told us about signing up. I don't know much about the process. Okay. It says, tell us how to sign up. Okay. Let's look at that for a minute. Let me switch my screen again and let's look at becoming an Amazon Associate, which may be a little difficult because I'm already an Amazon Associate, but let me show you my screen again. I'll pop back up here and then we'll go to, you need to go to, just search for, let's just do a Google search, Amazon Associates. So you want to go to, this is called affiliate program.amazon.com. So Amazon Associates Central is what it's called. And then you want to go into that and you want to go to sign up. Okay. And it's going to make you, this is where I'm probably not going to be able to go any further because I'm already an associate. So you want to, let me try it. I'll sign in. You got to go in and do some tax information. Okay. Creating your Amazon associate account. It did let me in here. So you want to go in and, all right. Ooh, I don't want to show that. But you have, well, it let me out of there. So again, let me back up some steps. You want to go to Amazon.com Associate Central to sign up to be an Amazon associate. And you want to, well, of course, it logged me in here, but when you go through the process, let me back up again and see if it'll let me, I might have to log out. Let me log out somehow. Sign out, I mean. All right, you're going to see this screen. Recommend products, earn commission. So go to sign up. All right, then I'm going to sign in there. All right, you got to go through this profile. And it's not as strict as it used to be. No, there is not a, let me back out of that. No, there is not a minimum number of followers or subscribers that you need. You can sign up, but there is a process. I had a guy explain yesterday on YouTube that when you apply for it, you want to apply for it like you're applying for a job. So you'll go in there and you'll tell them, like, for example, do you have a website? How are you going to direct traffic? You know, you might have to put something in there like, I'm a new vlogger on YouTube, and I have a travel channel, and here's some products that I could recommend. The requirements is basically to let you in is going to be more of your application process of how are you going to bring people into Amazon would be the question. So when you sign up for that part, you're going to want to say, you want to show them, okay, I would put in there, it's almost like a job application. So you're going to put in there, I'm a vlogger. I have a channel on a new YouTube channel. I do a lot of traveling, on my channel. And here are some very, searchable terms and kind of sell it to them. I don't think you really have to be too aggressive with that, Anthony. I think you just have to go in and show them that you, perhaps if you have a website or if you have a Facebook account, let them know that. Say, I have this much of a following, and, from a vlogging standpoint, and that would be the end of it. Of course, you have to go in. For what I remember, it wasn't that much to it. The two major hurdles is number one, yeah, you're right, Anthony. See, and then two, you might want to wait till now, something else I just thought about when it comes to Amazon Associates that you want to definitely keep in mind is once you really need a pretty good following before you sign up, because I think there's a 30 or 60 days. You have to make a sale within 30 to 60 days. I think it is. The first time I was in Amazon Associates, I got kicked out of it because I didn't make a sale. And then I waited a while and got a more subscribers and followers. And then I earned went back and applied again and was accepted and made some sales. So that is something you want to think about as well. So you just want to kind of keep that in mind. But when you go through it, the two hurdles I remember is, number one, you're going to need to go in and you're going to have to sell it to them. You have to say, I have a website. If you do, you have to say, I'm a YouTuber, and tell them about your site. And then you're going to have to tell them, you have to do some tax information type of thing. And see, there's another thing you want to think about as a YouTuber as well, is whether or not you want to be what they call a sole proprietor. Is it sole proprietor? Yeah, when you make sales, or if you're going to be like a LLC. See, with my supplemental seminary, at the first of the year, I made it an LLC. And so, because it is a business, I have my YouTube channel, I have the web, I have 10 websites that I maintain and have built, and I make a income through that. And then plus, I've done some live stream installs in some churches. And that was something else I was going to tell you earlier, is that even though you don't make a lot of money, you might make a lot of sales on Amazon Associates just by talking about the things that you know and discussing things that you're talking about on YouTube will allow people to say, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. And they'll ask you to come and maybe put in a live stream, set up in their churches. And really that's where I've made my income, is not so much from the little bit that I've got from Amazon. It's just people listening to me, recommending products, and just start talking about and letting them know the knowledge that I have when it comes to website and video and audio and equipment and so forth, and lighting and websites, podcasts. And they'll say, hey, would you help me with that? And then I help them, and then they pay me for that, which when I like to help people for free, like I'm helping people for free right now on this live stream. But it comes to a point you have to charge. So that's something else that I wanted to talk about, was Supplemental Seminary is Supplemental Seminary LLC. It is a LLC. It is a business. I do earn an income from it from various sources. And really I've made more money on people watching my videos and going to help them, who is, that has really helped me and where my income comes from. So a lot of people would mock, making $126 an entire year, but they don't see the money I've made through helping other people in churches by helping them with sound systems and installing soundboards and speakers and microphones and setting up websites and so forth. So you say you have a missionary friend who personally finds his ministry as an Instagram influencer. He and his family are social media affiliates for another company that markets for various supermarket products, but they have thousands of followers. Yeah, there's a real following on these social media platforms, YouTubers that are, full-time and so forth. Let me see if I can get that focus back. I try that like a manual focus, and I've got the focus now where it's supposed to get this area. Oh, you meant his ministry. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that these people on YouTube, they're full-time, a lot of them. Well, a lot of them are not full-time either, but they make a supplemental income. And I know some that make, $1,000 a month. Don't sound like a whole lot, but, just by making YouTube videos and through affiliate marketing and ads. And something I'm probably going to do in the future is schedule like time with me. If you're looking to do a certain, make an appointment when it comes to audio video, and I will meet with you here on Restream and go from there, would be a thought. And just say, all right, tell me what you're trying to do, and we'll meet up on here, and I'll explain to you and recommend products to you and that type of thing, or help you with whatever problem that you're having. And then you charge so much by the hour or the half hour and those sort of things. Excuse me. I'll take another drink of my Diet Pepsi. Now, Diet Pepsi is my favorite coffee, Diet Pepsi, water, unsweet tea. Okay. I know people are going to say, those Diet Pepsis are going to kill you. Well, you got to die of something, don't you? But I try to drink too many of them a day. I do like the flavor of them. It's an acquired taste, I guess. Okay. So anybody got any questions in the comments that would like to chime in? If you have any questions about live streaming, audio, sound, you're having issues at your church, with any of those things, I'm willing to help you. I'm going to stick around here just a little while longer. So you want to take advantage of the opportunity to ask me anything. Website, you want to start a new YouTube channel, you wondered how to get more views on your channel. Oh, Coke Zero. Okay, well, I like those too, but I'm a Pepsi man. You know, you got Coke people, Pepsi. I'm Pepsi all the way. I love Pepsi. You would think my wife and oldest daughter like Dr. Pepper, but mine's Diet Pepsi. And I don't even know how I got into that, but got into Diet Pepsis, but I hadn't got out of it yet. So I'm monitoring the comments, seeing if you have any questions that you have for me when it comes to cameras. If you'd like me to recommend some, we can talk about some budget items. If I was just starting out and I was really limited in my funds, which I understand that this day and age, you could do a podcast, you could do a live stream like I'm doing right here on the cheap. I'd go out and get one of these $30 microphones. I think one of them's called Fifine, F-F-I-N-E. Okay. Yeah, God bless you too, Anthony. Appreciate you hanging out. And yeah, send me your affiliate link. Oh, yeah, I will. And I'll buy it under your name when I'm ready. Yeah, awesome. I'll do that. I sure will. That'll help me and help you and help everybody, because it won't charge. The good thing about it, it won't charge you anything and it won't be any extra, but yet I'll get credit for it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. Well, we've been able to help Anthony with a good amount of things. Let me know if I can help you, or maybe just have a question. A lot of times we just wonder, how are people doing these things? Like right now, as you're watching, I'm going to make an adjustment on my camera. So bear with me just a minute. You can be thinking of some questions. I'm going to fix the autofocus, which is, all right, here's my options. And I'm going to pick, actually, if I can go into manual focus, and I'm going to try that. So manual focus, if you'll see, it's going to zoom in on me. Look at that close up, that handsome. And what I need to do is focus in on like that. That is a major close up. I apologize for that. I just ruined 2021 for you. But I want to make sure I'm in focus. So once I do that, I hit exit and I'm in focus. That's manual focus. This camera is getting on my nerves when it comes to focusing. And then this line and stuff you see on the screen will go away here momentarily. It'll disappear. Because that was really irritating me. All right, what other questions do you have? I showed you my Amazon associates. I showed you my subscribers on YouTube and the money I've made through that. I can go through that again if you're just joining us. Show you how you could do it as well. You don't have to be into it as much as I am, but it would allow you to do some things. So what I'm doing here is, if you're just joining me, this is a, see there, that went away, is a Restream.io, and it has a live studio that you go into, and that is allowing me to put these these on the screen like that. And I can change those. I'm going to use Anthony's as an example. I can change it to news like that. That's a pretty good one, but it kind of cuts me out there. But it does show Anthony's picture a little better. I know this one, well, that shows his picture too. It's just different. Then they have the default, which is this one. And that's not bad either. Which one do you like better? Do you like this one, or this one? The first one's the default. This is default. This is called news. And this one is called rounded. I don't know. I kind of like maybe this one. Well, this one, I like it, but it covers up too much of me. But that might be a good thing. I'm going to try this one a while. This one says overlay chat. Show your chat on the stream. Let's try that. See what happens. Oh, check that out. Huh? Show your chat on the screen. That's new. Let me take this away and see about, let me take that off. But I see it on there, but I don't really see the comments though, which it said it was in beta. Let's go back. Let's turn that off. What's this? Default graphics. Default graphics. Avatar placeholders. I don't know what that is. Avatar placeholders. You can hide generated avatars without muting users. Okay, if you say so. All right, let me go back to the chat. All righty. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. I'm going to stick on here just a little while longer. It's getting towards 8 o'clock. But I really am pleased with this because it helped me accomplish a couple things. As I show my screen again, one of the things that it accomplished, which may not seem like a big deal to you, but it's going to become more of a big deal as time goes on, is when you go down to the cog, down on, let me get my clicker again. If you go down here to this cog, it says settings if you're watching on YouTube, and you click that, it's going to allow you to change the quality of the stream. So what you want to do if you have a good internet connection and you want the highest quality image, then you want to take it up to 1080p. All right. 1080p. That way, if I blow this up, let me go full screen. Well, I am full screen. I've got good quality. All right. The best quality. We want 1080p. And let me cut that out. Okay. So that's one of the benefits that we was talking about earlier, Tim, is the ability to stream. See, that was one of the problems with StreamYard. We wasn't able to, now we could if we upgraded. We're balancing things out. Price. We are comparing price, features, and, some are not that big, but one of the main things I like about Restream for the price, which I got a 30% off deal, which made it probably $1 or $1.50, maybe $2 more a month. But where we have more people watching on YouTube now, with this one button, they can enhance the quality as it goes up on their TV, that it matches the camera. Like I'm streaming out 1080p, 30 frames a second through the ATEM Mini. And then that way I'm getting the quality. On the other side of Facebook, what's happening, if I go on there, I'll show you real quick again, is Facebook only allows you to stream in, as you can see here, if I go down to the cog and I click on that, it gives me, well, let me close the chat for now, is you have the quality and it's only, the highest is 720p. Okay. So a lot of times if you're watching videos on YouTube or Facebook, it will reduce the quality. Now YouTube is adding a new feature where if you have a smart TV near, it'll want to send that out. I don't see it right now, but if you're like near a smart TV, they're getting like YouTube and they will shoot out on their TV, so to speak. I do it sometimes on your smart TV and people can watch it. That way it enhances the quality. In our sanctuary, we're going to be able to send out a stream from the camera, which shoots at 1080p, 30 frames a second, which is what we suggest for churches. Gives you more of a, well, I think 24 frames a second give you more of a cinematic look. 30 frames a second give you more of a newsroom type look, I think, and then 60 frames a second is more of like an action shot. We wouldn't use that. I mean, even if you move around a lot in the pulpit, you're not going to need 60 frames a second. But when we're streaming in that, through the process, it gets diminished. That's one of the things that we're trying to resolve, okay? And not only resolve for us, but I want to help other churches as well. So do you have any questions or anything that you would like to know while we are on here? I will check the comments. And if you have any questions, now's the time. I'm going to check out a couple more of these features as I'm waiting. And I believe I've got pretty much the hang of this. I'm streaming to 3 locations again. Supplemental Seminary Facebook page, Supplemental Seminary Support Facebook page, and YouTube Supplemental Seminary. Also gives you the option to bring in more viewers to stream to more locations, which I'm actually streaming to more locations than that. Because what I've done is I've went in Facebook and I've shared it. As you can see, I've shared it. Let me show you again. My screen. I have shared this. Tim shared it, and then I shared it on the college page, and then I shared it a couple other places. And I'm like, on Facebook, I'm really pleased with that picture. I really am. That's a good picture. And especially on YouTube, this is a very good quality picture. I'm pleased with that. All right. And then the good thing too is this restream, I could also use OBS and use as a virtual camera and send that over. And I'm thinking if I'd done that, I could send it to even more locations, which right now when I stream from the church, I only stream to 2 locations. Well, actually 3 locations. There's a workaround. I stream to Facebook, and then I stream to Facebook, and then I stream to YouTube, and then I've got a plug-in on the website that I built that whenever I update anything from YouTube, it sends it over to the website. Well, let me show you that real quick. Everybody should be doing this. You let me build a website for you, I'll put that code in there for you. All right, you look on the screen now, you can see that it's, you can't see the screen. Now you can. You take this off. So if you go to our church page, which is Faith Baptist Bassett, okay, and you go down to, of course, I've got the live stream embed code here. So anytime I go live on YouTube, it's going to shoot it over here, and then they're going to be able to watch in the 1080p quality, okay? So there's a code. Now, Restream also has embeddable code that can be added. It says it's in beta, but I'm still going to try it because they have a code you can put in as well. Tim says, I'm messing with the Amazon Associate program. I copy the very long code, but I don't know how to add it to the video description. Can I just produce a link instead of the embed code? Yeah, that's what you want to do. Let me show you how to do that real quick. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to my page. Let me go to a video. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. So I'm going to go to analytics. Actually, I need to go to details. And you see the code or the link, which is a short link right here. Let me show you how I got that. I'm going to go to Amazon, where I'm an associate. And I'm going to search for actually I'll search for this one because Anthony said he was going to buy this. So I go up to text. All right, up here you'll have this, what it called, Site Stripe. This is for Amazon Associates. Site Stripe. I'm going to go to text, click on that, and I'm going to get this short link. You know, you could get the full link with this just big old honking link. You don't want that. You want the short link right here. All right. You want that. And I don't know about an embed code. Now you can get pictures like this now. Now that's an embed code right there. Excuse me. Image. You could get pictures. Like there's a large image, small, medium. This is an embeddable code right here. I may start using those on my website. But I use the text, and then I come down here and I think it's like, copy, paste, copy it. And then I'd go in here now I'll show you something even better than that, Tim. And then I would paste it here. Okay. But in fact, right now I'm going to send this to Anthony right quick because he asked for it. Is this code? My computer's acting all slow. All right. Probably because I've got so much going on. All right. And I'm going to send this code to him. Enter. Okay. So now if he buys that, I will get credit for it. All right. I'll tell you something better than that, Tim. If you go to your page and let me go to, this, what is this thing called? Let me back all up and show you how I got here. You go up to the corner and I'm in the way. You go up here and your channel, click that. And you want to go to manage videos. You want to go down to settings down here at the bottom. Let me remove the comments so you can see. Down here, go to settings. And when you're in settings, you want to go to channel. I think it is. Let's search through here. I've got my codes, my keywords for my page now. And I want to go, this is not it. All right, upload defaults is where you want to go, Tim. Because what's going to happen is every time you set a video without having to go in and doing it over and over again, you want to go into upload defaults and type in all your, which I need to upgrade mine, that you can see this, visibility, public, and go ahead and put in, that way every time you upload a video, like do it one time, put all your codes in here, Amazon, and then what you would do is, upload them, put them in there one good time, and then every time you do a video, actually I need to save what I just done there. So go to settings, put all those in there. Let's see. You can block people and all that. But go to upload defaults. I'll be able to talk in a minute. And that way you can, it adds a description to your video every time. It adds a title, a description. I don't do the title, but I do the description. That way, I got right here, subscribe to my channel, download TubeBuddy for free, StreamYard software. I'm going to put one in here for Restream. And this is my old setup in my camera, but I got all that in here. Okay. And then my disclaimer, which you can borrow mine if you like. I mean, we don't borrow my Amazon associate. I mean, you could do that. I mean, but I'll get the credit for it and you won't, but So you want to go to the settings. That way, every time you do it, see, every time I upload a video, I don't have to go in and reinvent the wheel. And you put these keywords in here and so forth. And then they got some advanced settings, where you can go ahead and put in, I put in here, hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. Let's do that. Save. All right. So that way I do have some inappropriate comments coming at times. All right. So do that and have those in there. In fact, let's go back while I'm in here and let's see how my channel's doing while I've been sitting here talking to y'all. So while I've been here talking to you folks, let's go to my analytics. And in the last 48 hours, I've had 414 views. So since I've been on here with you folks, I've had 18 views, 16 views, 21 views. And those number one videos is the Rodecaster Pro walkthrough. No, Rodecaster Pro and Rode Procaster. Oh man, them names. And then the ATM Mini, and then this video about the microphones, and then you can see following the ones trailing behind. There is one you can go to. Oh, this is live video content that you can see of the last 48 hours, the amount of views I've gotten. And this is the last 60 minutes. You know, I've picked up a few views here and there. Again, you know, this is over the last 48 hours. So it's kind of spread across the board a little bit here. These haven't done squat. Okay. But up here, these are the ones doing more, especially these two. 130 views, 128 views, 20 views, 18 views, 18, 13, 13, 11, 10, 9, 6. So that's all you can do is just keep uploading, which I need to upload more often and do better. But I appreciate being on here with you, and this has been fun. And try to, you know, get some questions answered. You need any help in the future, be sure to reach out, and be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then be sure to reach out to me at Supplemental Seminary on Facebook. And then we also have a support page you can be added to that we go a little deeper in. It's called Supplemental Seminary Support, where we can help one another with things. And so let's continue to help one another during this trying time of COVID. All right, y'all take care, and we shall see you in the next live stream, and trust this was a help to you. In the meantime, this is David Toller with Supplemental Seminary, and I'm signing off.